women's lacrosse head coach Michele Dombrowski as the Tigers open up their season tomorrow against Center. Michele, with preseason complete, how do you think the team's doing?
It's been a really good preseason for us. I think a large part of that comes from we've had a really solid group of returners coming back that have really helped develop some of our younger players and get them ready for what is, realistically a really great opening test for us. We're playing the team that we played in our last game of 2014. So 2015 is going to start off very intense right away.
You mentioned we have a good group of returners coming back. We have 18 letter winners from last year. Talk a little bit about our players that are coming back.
I think anyone that is looking at us for this year, the first thing they're going to notice is we've got, pretty much our entire offense returning from last year. We had 3 players that graduated, and all 3 of them were more defensive or defensive midfield. So I think we had a head start going into this year with such a solid group that has played together for a really long time. We've got 5 seniors that, are a typical senior class. They know what each other are doing, and they work together really well. So when I look at this year, we're really excited. I think we've got a great mix of upperclassmen and lowerclassmen that are really starting to develop the chemistry that we like to have.
We do have a bunch of talented newcomers as well. How would you assess the new freshman class?
I think this class is really versatile. Part of it is we're really early in the season. They've not really had a chance to go out and get settled in some roles, and that's kind of by design. I think if you ask some of them what position they play, they're not quite certain yet what that is. Of the 8, I would say, really 2 of them are attack, 1's defense, and then the rest could go either way depending on what we need and when we need them to do it. And we really are consciously making an effort to develop them at both ends of the field.
We've won back-to-back SAA championships. We played a lot of tough teams in our regular season. Talk a little bit about your schedule this year.
Our schedule this year is dramatically different than in some years past. Part of that is we open up with probably 2 of our toughest games of the year right off the bat, and that's just a function of our conference schedule. It's a great way for us to assess where we are and get ready for the postseason and tournament play. We have an inordinate amount of home games. Thankful to bad weather that made people want to head south a little bit for spring breaks. We've got 12 home dates that really give us, somewhat of a home field advantage in a lot of our games. It lets us get our fans out there to support us and really see us play at our best.
If you and I talked at the end of the year and was looking now back at what the season looked like, what would be a successful year in your eyes?
I think I'd be lying if I didn't say we want to have the trophy stay at Sewanee. And that's something our seniors have been working for since they were freshmen. And they've tasted that and they don't want to let it go, especially now that the SAA has the automatic bid to NCAAs. This group of seniors was part of our first trip to the NCAA tournament, and they want to go back. It has been something that has been a goal of theirs, and a little bit of redemption in that is really high on their priority list right now.
You mentioned we open tomorrow with Center, and then we play Rhodes the following weekend. What do you expect against both of those opponents?
I think all 3 of us really have the same goals in mind when we look at our season, so I expect it to be super competitive, and it's really going to come down to the team that keeps their composure and executes well will win, and one of the 3 of us will likely host the conference tournament in April.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michele.
Thanks.